Morning, everyone. Got a cool, crisp morning here. It's Saturday morning. Thought I'd talk to you a little bit about backpack sprayers, and the Stihl here SG20 is one of my latest ones. And then I'll also purchased this Field King Max sprayer, and this one the name's worn off of, but I've had Solo, Echo, a lot of different sprayers, and they're all about 90 to 100, and I think that was like $90. I think this is 110, the Field King, and the Stihl was about 130. Got them at various stores and try different ones. Then whenever I find one that I like, I purchase more of. So currently I'm liking the Stihl. So we'll kind of start with that one, I suppose. Things I like about it versus these others, the pump and all the stuff's on the external here. That's what that orange tank is here on the side, and then over here. So that gives it more volume and kind of slims it up a little bit. So it's got I think almost 5 gallons, just shy of 5 gallons of I think it's 4.75 or something. So you carry a little bit more, which is nice. The negative to that is it is heavier, but as with all these, you can always fill them up. You know, if you need 2 gallons, put 2 gallons or whatever you may need in it. So you can adjust that. Like the handle straps, or the carrying straps here, are nice, and this one has a nice, most of them have one. This one goes by the handle over here, so I like that. I think that's important. The lid on this one, I wish they had a handle or something more grippy. I wouldn't say it's hard to do, but it's harder than these others. This one over here with the handle on top of the lid is the easiest. And things I look for is how much in a backpack sprayer is how many, you know, how often you have to pump it to pressurize it. So the Stihl seems very good in that area because you're not pressurizing the big tank there, because you're only doing this the smaller compartments here on the sides. So that's nice. We'll walk around here. On the Stihl here, this will be a review generally about all the backpack sprayers, but it's more or less a Stihl backpack sprayer review. And they have a nice sturdy handle there. I believe that's possibly aluminum. I didn't take a magnet to it, but and this one here, the Field King, pivots side to side, so if you bump it, it's hitting your hips, and things like that. It's, you know, with adjustability comes issues with, you know, moving where you don't want it to move occasionally. It's not a huge problem. And this one over here is fixed on this unit. And if you look at the straps, this is where the Stihl unit is kind of weak. We'll go back over to the Stihl. The foam pad is kind of hard and it's narrow. So it's not real comfortable. I don't know why they don't use the backpack blower like on the BR 800. Much more comfortable and wider. And this Field King, the straps are, as you see, wider. They're more like what's on a backpack blower. So that one's very comfortable, like that one. And this one is similar to the Stihl, but a little bit better because the padding is a little softer. So that's good. They're all 4 gallons, except for the Stihl carries additional 3/4 of a gallon. So that's where that one is a plus if you got a little bigger unit, or you might get 2 yards out of it or some number like that. On the wands part, I find the Stihl is a little bit flexible. too flexible. I wish it was more rigid. This one's got a steel sleeve over it, so it's very rigid. So when you spray, it's always in the same position. I suppose it could be bent, or all of them could be broken, but I find the steel extremely flexible. I don't know if I can demonstrate it, but you can see it's a little chillier out, but when it's warm it bends like a noodle. And so I prefer like the little thicker, stiffer wand on the end there. And then also a problem these days is they're doing a lot of plastic on them. When I first started buying backpack sprayers, and like again, I say most of my videos, I've been doing this 41 years in the landscaping game. So I've been at it a long time. So they've, when you first got them, they would have brass, a lot of brass fittings, metal fittings and stuff. Usually it's brass, and now they're plastic. The problem with the plastic, it's lightweight, but if you bump it or drag it across the ground or hit it, it affects the spray, the way that it sprays out. So if you're doing Roundup or some chemical you want good control of and you're in a bed, that's not a good thing. So if you come back over to these two units, this is the Field King. It has a brass, so that's very good. That's the way they used to all come, but nowadays almost every one I buy has a plastic nozzle on it. And then back over the Echo, trying to get it to bend here, but this is the Echo. It is also got a little piece of grass on there, but it is also brass. So, and I usually run 3, and the way I keep track of everything is I have as you can see with this one, it has a little green tape on it. I usually put an X out of green tape X. I haven't got these others logoed because these are the new units I haven't put into service yet, but, and then like that, so that one, the green one with the green markings that it would have on it would be like my bush and insecticide spray, so that would be that. So I carry 3 of these backpack blowers on the truck with me at all times. Then the next one over might be have a red X on it, which signifies Roundup, and so that's just strictly for Roundup. And then I will pour bleach on it when I'm doing a cleaning job of rocks, pavers, concrete. I use bleach a lot in my business, so that would be my bleach and Roundup unit. And then this one would have a yellow X on it, and that would be my yard formula. So for broadleaf weeds, anything, any kind of grasses is stuff you're trying to not kill everything, but you're doing the yard. So I run 3 different backpack blower sprayers, and so that's my kind of setup with that. And let's see, give you a look over. So in general, I prefer a cap that's, bigger and easier to handle, and this handle really makes it the winner in the cap department. As far as getting it off and on, it's very convenient to carry too. It's one of the, it's at the top, and it's, you just grab it, so it's the winner. As far as caps, the wands, I would say the Stihl and the Field King are very similar. They both use brass in caps, which is very important so you don't damage it, and the spray pattern's very consistent, which is important when you're spraying, especially with Roundup. As far as, again, recapping the capacity, the Stihl is the winner because it's carrying about a gallon more. As far as pressure to fewest pumps, I would say the Stihl again is probably the winner, and then on down the line here to the Field King and this other one that the logo's worn off, so I'm not sure what that is. It's kind of like a Solo brand, but I don't believe it's a Solo. And on the wands, I would say the Field King, I kind of like it. It's got the Stihl reinforced, so it's very rigid. I suppose it'd be bad news if you stepped on it or ran it over and bent it. But it's got a plastic wand inside, and then it's still reinforced, so but it's very precise and solid. So I would say that's the winner on that department. And on comfort, again, the Field King straps, we'll go back here on the other side. The Field King straps are the best of these three units, so that's where Stihl could you know, really take over. They would improve the straps, make them a little bit bigger. So there's a shot of the straps. So the padding's very hard and they're a little bit narrow. This one, the padding's soft and much wider. And this is fairly narrow, but again, it's softer. So I would say this one's the Field King's first, and this is second, and in the strap department, and the Stihl is the third place. So handles, they're I would say the Stihl is the best. This is the one that I don't know the name of. If you happen to know the name of it, like I said, it's worn off, would be second. And then this one, the Fieldmaster, I don't like that it the handle goes back and forth, because sometimes you bump it, you're trying to put it on, and it's, you know, poking you in the side or spun around. And I just rather have one that's in a fixed position, and it's always in that position. So that's the review. So on my backpack sprayers, if this has been helpful and you like it, please like and subscribe. I'm new to the YouTube world, and even though I've been around a long time, I am also solo, and like I said, just getting started at the YouTube, and thought I'd give it a go and share my knowledge and opinions on things. And if you find this helpful, please like and subscribe and do the usual, and we appreciate it. And I thank you for watching. Have a good day.